everybody. Thanks for listening to On the Podcast. This is a short form episode podcast that you can listen to while you're doing your business on the pot. Or your teenage daughter has decided to get her hair cut and colored. Not my teenage daughter.
My teenage daughter is such a pain in my ass.
And you're like, does she actually know what she wants? Is she going to tell this person what she wants? Because I don't think that's what she wants. But she's a teenager and she's going to do whatever she wants to do. And cutting and coloring your hair, especially the coloring part, that takes a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're sitting there, you're waiting around, you're like, that's turning into a bit of a disaster. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to turn on an episode of On the Podcast and listen and watch.
Every time that I got my hair cut as a teenager, my hairdresser would do the weirdest stuff, like styling my hair afterwards. And you'd have to be like, okay, it looks great. And then you'd cry on your way to the car, and then you'd change your hair.
Try to fix your hair.
Yeah.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Liz. Hey, Katie.
Hi, Liz.
What are we talking about today?
Liz, you always heard the rumors, like when we were kids growing up, of like in the Stone Age, people would live to like 30 years old.
I don't know that those were
stories?
rumors.
Well, you know
definitely,
the stories.
You definitely, like, the lifespan of humans was very low for a very long time
Yeah.
for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
Predators, disease, predators. Lots of disease.
When I was studying abroad in Italy, we went to Pompeii, and the sidewalks were super high. Volcanoes. That also. But the sidewalks were super high because they would just let, like, shit run through the streets.
Yeah. That was literally the way it was. You'd take your human waste and you'd throw it out the window and you'd be like, look out below. But you wouldn't even do that. You'd be like, don't be walking down there. You're gross. Good times.
Good times. So as humanity progressed, things got a little bit better, and life expectancy got longer.
Less predators.
You're indoors.
More remedies to counter disease. Yeah, you're not walking around on shit streets. Less volcanoes are erupting.
I think the same amount of volcanoes
are erupting.
But
more warnings.
Yeah.
More warning alarms.
We know
going
what's
out.
happening.
Yeah.
So, Liz, a new study just came out saying that life expectancy, these people that did this study, and I'll tell you about them here in a minute, but life expectancy could reach 150 years old within our lifetime.
No, thank you.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
You reach your physical peak at 15-ish years old. You reach your mental, your full mental development at 26. And so that means you just deteriorate from then on out. So physically you start going downhill very early in your life. At this point, you're a 10th into your life, right? At 150. And then your brain just starts going away very quickly at 26. If you've done drugs when you were young, then it happens even sooner. So don't do drugs. Don't do anything until you're 26, and just really embrace your peak physical performance at 50. Enter into the professional world of sports when you're 15.
Okay, great. That's our episode. Thanks
All
so
right.
much.
We're here.
So, Liz, this study came from researchers at the University of Georgia.
Well, I don't trust that.
No? You don't trust Georgia?
Georgia probably has the lowest life expectancy rate.
They might. We'll look at that. The lead author of this study, Dr. David McCarthy, he describes these implications as, quote, profound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, doctor.
So, Liz, for a lot of human history, the life expectancy was between 20 and 40 years old. Mm-hmm. If that is true, we are elders at this point.
Yeah, and I'm okay. I mean, I'm good just saying goodbye at 40. I'm tired.
I have a lot of living to do yet.
I'm good.
So, Liz, the oldest person so far to live was 122 years old. And it was Jeannie Calumet, and she lived in the south of France, and she was 122 years old.
Yikes.
So there's a wall at this point that scientists say hard hard deadline of you're not living past 125. Like that is the maximum life expectancy that we see today pre this study.
I find that to be a very interesting claim because it's like, yeah, Jeannie made it to 122. How many other people even get close to that? Not that many. How can you, like, that would be me saying there's I don't know, I can't come up with anything good.
But there are like a lot more people today who are over 100 years old than there have been at any point in this time span. So Liz, that hard line of 125 is this Gompertz maximum age, or GMA, and it's this theory that there's a limit to a human lifespan.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So
I would agree.
But advances in medical science have helped people avoid illness, recover from injury, and just kind of age a little bit more gently.
Gentle aging process. Kind of sounds like when you're making beef jerky.
Gentle aging process. Oh my God. Okay,
we're all just human jerky moving through life.
So this GMA has kind of hovered generally around the same age for a while. In the mid 19th century, there was about a jump for 5 years of life expectancy, though the cause isn't clear.
Wait, when?
The mid 19th century.
Oh, so the 50s. The 18. Oh,
yeah. So we don't really know what happened at that time to like make it jump. A far more significantly,
immigration to the United States. The American dream.
The American dream.
The pursuit of the American dream.
2.5 kids, white picket fence.
No, not in the 1850s.
But that's what the American dream was.
Well,
that's
yeah.
what I learned in social studies.
But not in the 1850s. It was more like escape this hellhole that I'm existing in where war is ravaging to go to America where the streets are paved with gold.
And the streets are paved with cheese.
Yes. Another little reference to Feifel Goes West.
So, Liz, there was another more significant leap in the GMA between 1910 and 1950. At that point, people were expected to live between 70 and 110 years old.
Wow.
But this study says that people born after 1950 have a better chance of living later to like 150 years old.
So I am going to have to invest in long-term care for my mom, but not my dad.
That's what this is saying. That's the
All right,
point of this
Dad,
study.
if you're listening, now you know. He's not listening. He's too old.
Yeah. So, Liz, there are a lot of naysayers against this study. They don't really know if people could live to 150 years old. There's still a lot of...
I'm one of those naysayers.
Yeah, there's still a lot of science to be done and research to be done along these lines. But, I mean, it makes sense. As technology progresses, our lifespan also progresses.
I mean, I think if you kept a human in, I want to say like a dome that allowed natural sunlight in, beautiful plants, no stress whatsoever in the environment, healthy foods, lots of places to exercise, and your genetics are perfect, then yes. I do think you could live to be 150.
All right, Liz. So the oldest known living person right now is Maria Brañas of Spain. She's 116. She's the oldest living woman.
Nice.
And the oldest living man is Juan Vicente Perez of Venezuela, who's 113 years old.
I feel like there's never somebody from the United States that's in that oldest person category.
No, man. That's side note, there's this thing called the Human Mortality Database that ranks different countries by like their longevity, and we're never in that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if the streets were paved with cheese, maybe that would be a different story. What's in France? Cheese. What's in Spain? Cheese. What's in Venezuela? Queso.
So there you go.
Wow, Katie. I feel like I've aged listening to this.
Thanks. Real exciting. Real important. I feel good
No, it's
about
very
this one.
interesting. It's very interesting. I do know that there's a lot of environmental factors that play into it, and so, I prove it is all I have to say.
We'll
Dr. David McCarthy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Katie.
You're welcome.
What's that inside my body?
It's the aging process.
Father
Liz.
time.
Father time. Father time. There you go.
Killing me slowly. All right.
See you next time.
Jinx. You owe me soda.
Bye.
Bye.